Hi, Sloan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good too. So, well, let me introduce myself. My name is Deja from Trick or Treat Music. We are music media based in Mexico City. And just let me say that I'm really happy to be here with you and to have a little chat about you and to get to know more about you and this new album that you just released. So, my
Yeah.
first question is Harmony House. Where did the name of this album come from?
I'm excited to be here too. So I guess generally I could talk about it for hours, but my initial idea of starting Harmony House was I wanted to write like a soundtrack to a sitcom that doesn't exist. I want it to feel very thematic and have a lot of melodic motifs that reappeared through songs, and um, that was the general idea. And so Harmony House was kind of like the name of that sitcom. So yeah.
So, how would you describe the sound of Harmony House?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's definitely very 70s, 80s inspired. Um, I think, yeah, it's like a mixture between what I was doing, just like indie music in my own personal style, mixed with 80s pop music.
Right. So, yeah, you actually mentioned on a Facebook post that you've been listening to pretty much 70s and 80s pop music.
Mhm.
And I can really notice all that influence on these new songs, but what other newer artists inspired you too?
Yeah, good question. I feel pretty unhip, like I don't know like really necessarily too many artists right now. Um like I don't know, like I love Tame Impala. Tame Impala is just awesome. Um they're Let me think. I mean, not necessarily like they're releasing music now, but MGMT has been one of my favorite bands. Management and yeah, I don't know. I listen to a lot of music, but mostly the music I've been listening to is like 70s and 80s music.
Okay. So, you also wrote on your Facebook page, and I quote, I still can't believe I finally can share what I've been making these past few years. So, I would think you wrote and composed this album while being in lockdown, but that's not the case, right?
No, no. So yeah, I've been working on this album the past couple years, and I pretty much had written all of it before I even knew what COVID was. Um, it's kind of ironic because before I left for the tour that was canceled, I had kind of quarantined myself to like work on the album for a couple months because I thought I was going to be on the road all year. But yeah, I had finished the body of work for the most part, and then I just mixed all of it in quarantine. But as far as writing,
Okay.
I had done all of it.
Did you record this album in your home studio too?
I did, yeah. Kind of like two different studios. I Because I moved while making it, so some of it I started in like one of my friends' rooms where I had like kept all of my stuff, and then I moved to another house in Austin during quarantine. That's where I like mixed it. So kind of like a bunch of
Yeah.
places, but I never stepped foot in like a studio.
Right. And are you gonna show us all the process of creating Harmony House as you did with Fuzzy Brain?
I am. Yep. Every song. I'm doing a breakdown of all of them.
Wow, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
And you have never collaborated with anyone so far. Why is that?
I don't know. I mean, I think music for me right now, especially just with Dayglow, is just really personal. And I love the fact that I mix it and make it all myself because it allows the listener and the fan to really just have like a personal connection to my music because no one else touches it at all between me and the listener, which I think is a really cool experience that not a lot of people can say. Um, so right now, I'm just really liking that personal um, ability to just make it all. It makes it kind of scary because, you know, there's a lot of self-doubt involved because I'm just like trusting myself, but I think that's kind of the magic of it as well. I'd love to collaborate in the future, but I think Dayglow is just kind of a very personal thing.
So on that same Facebook post, you also said something about experiencing success and sudden and sudden attention. So how crazy was all this process for you? At least here in Mexico, Can I Call You Tonight became an enormous hit,
Hmm.
like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And you will listen to that song everywhere on the radio, on TikTok. That
Wow.
song became basically the soundtrack of the beginning of the pandemic. And I have to thank you because it pretty much made us feel less sad and concerned about the situation that we were all going through. And well, we still are.
Yeah.
But I vividly remember myself dancing to that song alone in my room.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
what were your thoughts back then about becoming that famous all of a sudden, and what kind of feelings do you have now, a year later?
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's so cool. I mean, I just can't wait to come to Mexico and just like play shows and see it in front of my eyes because it's just so weird that all of it happens on the internet. The internet's really strange, especially now, like experiencing, growth as an artist, but I'm like still in the same room. It's weird. So I'm excited to play shows. That's going to be really fun. Um, but yeah, it's just weird. It's definitely not a bad thing. Like I haven't felt, super overwhelmed. Actually, yes, I have. I haven't felt like negatively stressed. It's all been so fun. Like I have good stuff happen all the time. But it's just really like crazy and weird because nobody around me really like relates to what my day-to-day life looks like, because I was a college student and all my friends still are, and I'm just like just doing something else. And so in any situation in life, it's just weird to like, um, I don't know, be isolated in that way. So for it to happen so quickly really kind of had to make me recenter and like get my feet on the ground and think about, what I'm even doing it for in the first place. So thankfully I kind of had this year to reflect and spend some time alone. But as far as like TikTok and all that stuff, it's just like crazy. The internet is crazy.
I know. So you performed at Festival Marvin like a week ago.
Yeah,
How was your experience?
it was awesome. Yeah, I think I had done something with them a couple times, but yeah, it's really fun. I mean, like doing these studio like recordings is so easy and awesome. So yeah, I'm pumped that I get to do that.
So, well, at this point, I'm pretty sure you already know that you have a lot of Mexican fans,
Yeah.
and we would love to see you play live here in Mexico. Do you have any plans to come play here?
I do, yes. So I don't think I can say anything about it, but I do have plans to come to Mexico. So, uh,
Okay. Anytime
yeah,
soon? Soon?
um, yeah, I would say
Okay.
so. Like shows are looking like they're about to happen again. So,
Yeah.
as soon can be, I think so. So it'll be awesome.
Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah,
So, we are almost done. I have one more question for you. This one is already a tradition here on Trick or Treat. We really want to know what other artists are out there that need a lot more recognition. So, would you tell me three artists or bands that you like and listen to that you consider they should be more recognized?
sure. Yeah, that's an awesome question. Let me think. There's an artist in Australia named Kesmar, Kesmar. He's awesome. He's making pretty similar like 80s inspired music that's like an indie twist. I think he's like near my age. We've become friends on the internet, and he makes awesome music. So check out Kesmar. He's got a good song called Nothing to Lose. Um, he's also in like this fun little like duo band called Lazy Wax, which is like this disco thing that he does with his friend. which is really cool. So I guess that can be my second band. And then my third band, my keyboardist in my band, his name is Nori. He has a band called Baby, and it's impossible to find on the internet. So I'm going to shout them out, Baby, but good luck finding them because it's really hard.
Okay.
They've got a song called Relax, which is really good. So you would think if you look up like Baby Relax, it would come up, but it all comes up with like relaxing baby music,
Yeah.
like babies to sleep. So they should have thought of a different band name. But anyways, Kesmar, Lazy Wax, and Baby. Everyone check out Harmony House. You can find me on the internet, on Dayglow Band. I think it's just the same for Instagram and Twitter and everything. But yeah, I've got a new album called Harmony House. I'm really proud of it, and I hope you like it.